Our brains are incredible. For a long time, scientists thought the brain stopped changing much after childhood. They thought we were stuck with the brain we were born with. However, we now know this is not true. Our brains are constantly changing and adapting throughout our entire lives. This amazing ability is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means our brains can rewire themselves. Like a tree growing new branches, our brains can form new connections between neurons. Neurons are the tiny messengers in our brain that send signals to each other. These connections are how we learn, remember, and experience the world. The more we use certain pathways in our brain, the stronger they become. It's like walking the same path in the woods every day. Eventually, you'll wear down a clear trail. On the other hand, pathways we don't use as much can weaken or even disappear. This is why it's important to keep our brains active and challenged. Imagine your brain is like a busy city. There are streets, buildings, and lots of traffic flowing between them. The streets represent the connections between neurons. Every time we learn something new or have a new experience, it's like building a new road in the city. When we repeat an action or thought, the traffic on that road increases. The road gets wider and smoother, making it easier for traffic to flow. This is how habits are formed, both good and bad. The more we practice something, the stronger the connections become. But our brains are not static cities. They're more like dynamic living organisms. They can change and adapt based on our experiences. If a road is no longer used, it may become overgrown and eventually disappear. This is how our brains make space for new learning and growth. The evidence for neuroplasticity is all around us. Stroke patients who lose function in certain areas of their brain can often regain some abilities through therapy. This is because their brains rewire themselves, creating new pathways to compensate for the damaged areas. Musicians provide another great example. Brain scans show that musicians who play string instruments have larger areas of their brain dedicated to their left hand, which controls the strings. This is because years of practice have strengthened the neural connections in that part of their brain. Even learning a new language can change our brains. Studies have shown that bilingual individuals have more gray matter in certain areas of the brain, suggesting increased density of neurons and synapses. This highlights the incredible adaptability of our brains throughout life. The good news is that we can all harness the power of neuroplasticity to improve our lives. By engaging in activities that challenge our brains, we can strengthen existing connections and create new ones. Here are a few simple ways to rewire your brain for the better. Learn something new, take up a new hobby, learn a new language, or challenge yourself with a new skill. Anything that requires your brain to work in new ways will help strengthen connections. Stay physically active. Exercise is not only good for your body, but it's also great for your brain. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain and promotes the growth of new neurons. Get enough sleep. Sleep is crucial for brain health. During sleep, our brains consolidate memories and clear out toxins. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to increase gray matter in the brain, particularly in areas associated with attention, compassion, and emotional regulation. By embracing the principles of neuroplasticity, we can take an active role in shaping our brains and unlocking our full potential. Remember, your brain is not set in stone. It's a dynamic and ever-evolving organ capable of remarkable change.